was 6 months, I think, when we called on Katie's help.
Yeah.
The main challenges that we had were he would be up from about 4 or 5, stirring every morning to the point that we were rocking from about 5 a.m. all the way up till 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
No.
That's very grim. And
or rocking, even before the night even started. Yeah. Just constantly rocking.
Yes.
Crying.
We can laugh at it now because there's a bit of distance, but it was a lot of rocking. Other challenges that we had was he was protesting pretty much all of his naps. So during the day, I would be rocking like half an hour, sometimes even 45 minutes. Or he would have a nap that would be like 20 minutes long, wake up from it, and then I would be rocking again for 20, 30 minutes to get him back down, because the advice that was given to me previously from health professionals was if the nappy is under an hour, we need to resettle so they get a bigger nap. So that was my life. All day, pretty much, I was either feeding him or rocking in the rocking chair. And the actual nap time that he had after I resettled him would sometimes even go up to 2 or 2.5 hours. But the catch was all the day naps before we came to Katie were contact naps. The other challenge was that we were going through this phase where a lot of the night sleep was going back and forth between contact naps. Co-sleeping felt like it wasn't enough for our baby. Contact napping all night is exhausting. My bones ached. Yeah, emotionally exhausting too, because we love him so much and we wanted to give him all the love that he needs so that we have a really securely attached baby. And then it just got to a point of pure exhaustion. And I would call the Breastfeeding Association for help. They would also be, you're doing the right thing. If you want to co-sleep, that's completely okay. But it was at a point where my body ached from being in a cuddle curl position around him all night. We were feeling so desperate and at a complete loss. We had felt that we had exhausted all options. We had gone to a sleep school. I had tried to apply the advice given to me by my lovely, well-meaning family. By that stage, some of the advice that they gave us wasn't really applicable to our situation because we had kind of accumulated all these other problems from being misguided for so long. We had gone to our maternal health nurse a couple of times. We'd seen a lactation consultant about 8 times through our journey. We had seen the public hospital at-home midwifery service. Yeah, it was just a confusing state of going backwards and forwards between, is there any problem here? Or, is this just what being a parent is like? Yeah, I feel emotional saying this, but really I was trying to figure out if what I was experiencing was within the realms of normal and it's something that I was too weak to get my head around.
I guess from our point of view as well, like our parents' point of view, they came to this country without any support, any family, and they managed to raise us in a country where they didn't even know the language. So also the fact that it's kind of like, well, if they can do it, why are we struggling? And that's how they saw it as well. It's kind of like, you didn't have it as hard as us, so what are you guys complaining about? Just you'll get through it, toughen up.
It just kind of felt like, oh my God, like I still can't manage, even with all this support network around me. I just could not figure out what to do.
Yeah, as my partner mentioned, we were at our wits' end. We didn't know what more we could do. All the support we were getting from sleep schools, family members, friends, other mothers in the mothers group, nothing just seemed relevant to our situation. Everyone was either trying the crying out method or feeding to sleep or just being told to let the baby cry it out. It's how they learn to sleep, link sleep cycles. Without that, you'll never ever get your baby to sleep through the night. Or just formula feed them so then they stay down even longer. So like all the things that we didn't really want to Like, we didn't want to do that with Xander.
We decided to hire a sleep consultant after feeling like we'd explored all other avenues. So we were told actually by health professionals that don't go and see a private sleep consultant because they will show you data that has figures of how much the baby should be sleeping, and then they'll tell you that the baby is undersleeping and take your money essentially and not give you solutions. A friend of a friend recommended Katie and said that Katie got them their babies sleeping with just 2 wake ups in the night. And we thought, well, maybe she could help us.
And the process with Katie was interesting because I think for us it was, geez, there was a lot of 5-star reviews on that account. So we're thinking, wow, okay, surely this can't go wrong then, right? It has to work. So we reached out, and from the get-go, Katie just was like a breath of fresh air. She didn't put down any of our ideas, didn't put down our journey in any way. It was more so, hey, I acknowledge what you've done. You've done what you could to the best of your abilities with what the information you had. And what are your goals? And I'm here to support you with those goals. And that is exactly what she did. She followed through, said, I don't support letting a baby cry it out. We can achieve our goals without resorting to formula or whatnot. So let's do it. So we gave it a crack. The process with Katie was we gave you the huge form to fill out. The questions she asked us were very detailed, very thorough. She wanted to understand our journey well before we had our first conversation. And it was pretty smooth. Katie took the time to review all the information we put down. Originally, the first meeting was just getting to know us, getting to know our little baby, and just understanding the information that we provided.
Yeah, and it kind of helped us to challenge our own beliefs as well,
Yes.
because we could see it through the data.
Didn't take long for her to just take one look at the data and just give her assessment saying, yeah, look, here's one of my biggest concerns is that we're putting Xander down far too often. He'd fight every night to go to sleep. And what Katie was telling us based on our data made sense. Maybe he wasn't ready to sleep. So then we tackled that approach. So we then started adjusting his routine to get him more wake time and to see how that would play into how he sleeps overnight, which then come to week 10, literally last night, you've gone from like 6 wake ups a night or whatever to
No, it was like 14.
14 wake ups a night to 3, and only to feed, and no wake ups in the middle of the night crying. So
things that we learned were feeding to sleep is okay. The hours of day sleep does not correlate to how well they sleep at night, which was a big misconception. We can do the attachment parenting thing, but still have, boundaries that keep us sane and functioning.
Yeah.
It's a different life, isn't it?
A lot better now. Yeah, across the board. We actually have energy to give to him because he's just a high energy needs child. Part of Katie's assessment as well. Like, he's just a kid that loves to play, loves to hang around. For us to finally get rest, both of us, especially you, myself, the capability to support you in case you do have a rough night, because every night's different, I guess, regardless. It's still a baby. Yeah. Has just given us so much opportunity to give back to him and to just enjoy life again.
Yeah, we're going out to dinner now. We don't say no to any lunch or dinner invitations with family, which previously we were saying no to. I don't feel trapped to the rocking chair.
A dark room with a red light on, with white noise. Oh.
I go out and enjoy my maternity leave with him. I feel way more confident just going off his cues.
I guess one of the things that hit me was we recently went out to a party. We went to their house maybe like six months ago, I think, for another event, and we were the first to leave that event. We were just like, nah, Xander's bedtime. He needs to be in bed by now, so let's go force him to go to sleep. That's what it was, I guess. Yeah. Like last weekend, we were the last to leave, and we were just confident with how everything went. We were just confident with If he doesn't get sleep, if he's staying up late, well, then perfect. He's a high energy need. Let's burn him out and then let's put him to sleep. Is that we're confident that if it is a rough night, we know how to handle it. Like that's the most important thing I guess we learned. I guess through this journey as well, he's a normal baby without any sort of like medical conditions, and that through Katie's help, we are more confident how to handle him and how to support his needs with sleep and activity.
Yeah. And also our family feel more confident and know how to support us too, because in the past when they came over, it was like, can you help us settle this baby that we're struggling to settle ourselves? And now when family come over, it's like, please come and play with him because he needs more awake time. And it's way more fun for everyone. And we have a way happier baby too. If I had to go back to myself at crisis point, I would probably tell myself that if something is not feeling right for me, it's 100% okay to ask for help.
I wouldn't have ever known the information that Katie gave us, regardless. I didn't get it through social media. I didn't get it through sleep consultants. Sorry, Reddit. Yeah, I didn't get it through sleep consultants. I didn't get through family. I didn't get through friends.
No one knew how to give us advice that was tailored to our situation. It was all generic advice.
So the advice I would give myself or someone else seeking help is just reach out to all the resources you can.
Yeah, I think. And if something doesn't feel right, like according to your values or morals, then find a source that will support what you want for your family, because it's out there. And I feel very lucky to have found Katie, but I can appreciate how hard it was to navigate through all this kind of rubble to get to a source that could give us what we needed. And unless someone follows you around for 24 hours, they don't fully understand what you're going through.
Those maternal health calls, every time, like he's repeating the same story to them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, I understand. Have you tried cot settling?" It's like, okay, no. 3 weeks later, oh, I understand your journey.
Have you tried response?
Have you tried cot settling? It's just nice to have someone there, someone that can follow your journey, someone that can respect your values and how you want to go about it. And that's probably that's what you need to look for if you need to seek help. Just that's invaluable.
The other thing was, like, we spent so much time like dissecting where we went wrong. What I would tell my previous self also is, like, there's no right or wrong. It's just what works for us. It's common to feel misguided. We've spoken to so many parents since who have felt the same thing, because we're all, living in this same society where a lot of us are raising babies, being the only one in our immediate community with a baby. We don't really have those visuals of what to do with a baby. It's so important being kind to yourself and just appreciating that this is more a societal problem as well. Yeah, we're a little bit, I feel, victims to the social media stuff that is hard to escape for our generation and reinforces a lot of ideas about baby sleep that made our journey a lot more convoluted.